Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to hear the FredTheMonkey.com podcast.
Hi everyone, and welcome to a very special FredTheMonkey.com podcast.
Why is it very special?
Well, because this month we're celebrating FredTheMonkey.com's 5th anniversary.
Whoa, 50th anniversary?
No, 5th. 5, not 50.
Oh, well that's not as impressive.
Well, it was impressive until you said the number 50.
Fred ruins everything. We should totally kick him off the show.
Nice try, but it's named after me. You can't kick me off.
Yet another reason why the website should be ScebTheSpaceChicken.com.
Yeah, right. Who's going to be able to remember that?
Oh, and FredTheMonkey.com is so much better?
Okay, stop it, you guys. We're not even 30 seconds into this. Let's just jump right into the podcast Q&A and answer some questions.
Fine by me.
If it's fine by Fred, then it isn't fine by me.
Our first email comes from Moshi Gutren.
Which is Mandarin for Mexican guy.
I knew that.
I had an inkling.
Shut up, you don't speak Chinese, liar.
He writes, Fred SC Sceb, I have 4 questions, one for each of you and one for all of you. Fred, are you still mad at Wikipedia for...
Darn you, Wikipedia! I hate you so much. Who is this guy? Is he from Wikipedia? Listen, Wikipedia guy, you tell your website that one day I'll get my revenge. Tell it now. What's Mandarin for screw you, Wikipedia?
我是傻瓜.
Well, Woshi Sagwa, Wikipedia. Woshi Sagwa. Did I get that right?
Close enough.
So I guess that would be a yes to the question of if you're still mad. Sceb, what do you think of the iPhone?
What about it? It's an Apple product, so it automatically sucks.
Lies, it's awesome.
Not to mention it's overpriced.
Worth every penny.
Hey, the question was for me, not you. Everyone knows your answer would be, I love Apple and want them to take all my money.
Worth every penny. Anyway, moving on. SC, what was the happiest day of your life? Wow, I don't know. I've never been asked that before. Huh.
Oh, was it last Tuesday?
What happened last Tuesday?
I don't know. I was just making a suggestion. Oh, was it last Thursday?
Yeah, I'd kind of have to think about that one. Last all. What state do you live in? Well, I live in a state of disrepair.
I live in a state of laziness.
And I live in a state of constant confusion. What happened last Thursday now?
Thanks for the email, Mexican guy. Let's see. Dear SC, Fred, and Sceb, do any of you have personality disorders? From that girl from Texas.
Which girl from Texas?
That girl.
Oh, that girl.
This girl?
No, that girl.
Oh, I thought this girl was that girl.
That girl isn't that girl. This girl is.
You just said this girl wasn't that girl.
What was the question?
I think we better just move on.
Which girl?
Dear Fred, you may remember that at the end of Mailbag 34, you were left inside the gaping hole in Sceb's room. In Mailbag 35, you never really did get to explain how you got out, as the last scene revealed that you were really telling the story of how you got married to an emu. I'd love to hear about how you really got out of that hole. George.
Whatever happened to that wife of yours?
Well, it turns out that just because you say you're married doesn't mean you are. You have to fill out a paper and pay a fee and stuff, and that was totally too much work. Besides, we were just too different. She liked Hillary Duff music.
I like Hillary Duff music.
And that's why you and I go to a marriage counselor.
We don't go to a marriage counselor.
Well, maybe we should. We've got so many problems.
Uh-huh. So how did you get out of the hole?
Well, that is an interesting story.
Here we go.
So there I was, dragged into the wall by a huge monster with razor claws and sharp teeth. But I fought. Oh, how I fought! I kicked and I screamed and I flailed and I cried like a little girl. And eventually the monster felt sorry for me and let me go.
Wow, that story's kind of a letdown. I think George thought it would be cooler.
I can make up a cooler story if you want.
No.
That's okay. Moving along. Dear Space Chicken, if you're so smart, why don't you have a real name? Space Chicken is more of a species than a name. Why not call yourself Jim, or Brett, or Pete? G-Man. P.S. Don't say your name is SC, because that is a lie. It's not a lie. It's my initials. What do you mean Space Chicken isn't a real name? Sure it is. It's my official name. Look, when it's capitalized, it's my name. And when it isn't capitalized, it's the species.
Wow, your name is the same as the species you are? That's awesome. I wish my name was the same as the species I am.
Your name is the same as the species you are. Fred the Monkey, and you're a monkey.
I never thought of that. Wow, this is the best day ever.
Next up, to all you people at fredthemonkey.com, I just wondered if you ever looked on the forums. That is all. Antomy.
I post on the forums all the time. I just use the name Tall Lanky White Boy so no one knows it's me. Enjoy the slew of PMs, Lanky.
Okay, here's another 3-question letter, one per person. It's from Curtis, who writes, Dear Sceb, why are you so mean to Fred?
What are you talking about? I'm never mean to Fred.
R2? Ow! I mean, you're very nice to me, sir.
Darn Skippy.
Fred, do you like chocolate?
What kind of chocolate?
It doesn't say.
Well, that's kind of important. I mean, if it's dark chocolate, then you bet. But if it's milk chocolate, then yes, I do.
So, yes, you like chocolate.
Certain kinds of chocolate, sure.
What kind don't you like?
Oh, I like all kinds of chocolate.
And Dear SC, what do you like and dislike about the site? Well, I like the design and functionality. I don't like how sometimes it goes weeks without updates. Whatever happened to that weekly Friday update schedule?
Are you kidding me? That was torture. Sometimes you made me do a new mailbag every month. Sometimes twice a month.
Speaking of mailbags, you haven't done one in quite a while.
Hey, how about that next letter?
Oh, can I read one?
Sure, here.
Hi, FredTheMonkey.com crew. Although Fred is an idiotic, slobbering monkey who thinks that awesome is a number, hey, awesome is a number. It's between 7 and 8. Anyway, Sceb and SC, but SC on a slightly smaller note, are much smarter and cooler than Fred. So really, I think that the website should be called something like scebandco.com or something. Do you agree? Also, ask Sceb how much I can buy a death ray from him for, if he has one. From Inkses. Come on, Sceb, stop sending letters to the podcast Q&A.
Seriously, you're being completely obvious, too.
Hey, I didn't write it. I just paid a guy to write it.
Okay, well, let's keep things rolling with everyone's second most favorite part after the Q&A.
Ugh.
It's Sceb's Video Game Review.
It's Sceb's Video Game Review.
I love that song. I could listen to that song every day for the rest of my life. And I'd probably get sick of it eventually and harbor a deep hatred of both barbershop music and Sceb as a result.
I thought you already hated barbershop music and me.
No, I don't hate barbershop music.
Okay, game review time.
Right. So today I'll be reviewing Wii Fit for the Nintendo Wii. Wii Fit is a game designed to get people up off their lazy butts and doing physical activity. As you can imagine, I was immediately opposed to the game. But for the sake of the review, I forced myself off the couch and onto the balance board thing that comes with it.
That's a balance board? I thought it was a Japanese coffee table.
Anyway, the game starts out with the balance board coming to life. This disturbed me for several reasons. Like, if the board came to life in the game, what would stop it from doing the same thing in real life while I was sleeping? That's why I lock the board in the garage every night. You can never be too careful. So, considering that I don't really want to exercise and we're already off on the wrong foot, the stupid little board then proceeds to tell me I'm fat. Oh, yeah, I can totally see how this would help people get in shape. A flat little robot that lies in wait to kill you immediately insults your physical appearance and says you're 50 years old in fit years. Why am I playing this game again? If I want to be insulted, I could just talk to Fred.
Your antenna make you look like a triangular television.
And if I want to see a fat space chicken, I'll just go to SC's room.
Hey, anyway, I didn't really get much further in than that. It told me I should come back daily and check in. Really? So I can get more verbal abuse? Pass. I give Wii Fit a score of, this isn't a real game so much as a virtual insult box out of 10. Though it would probably be useful for people who can't see their toes. Then again, so would just lifting their arms more times per day than is required to eat 300 cheeseburgers.
300 cheeseburgers.
Okay, well, let's move on then to a new segment called Guess Who. We've got a mystery guest with us today, and Fred and Sceb will take turns asking him or her questions to try and figure out their identity.
Oh, can we ask, who are you?
No?
Oh man, that was gonna be my first question.
Okay, get your blindfolds on there. Okay, can you see? All set? Alright, let's bring in our mystery guest. Yeah, you could just sit right over. Oh, watch the mic. Okay. Okay, Fred, go ahead with your first question.
Pass.
What do you mean, pass?
I need time to think. I spent all night just coming up with who are you?
Okay, Sceb.
Okay, what species of creature are you?
I'm a platypus.
Mr. Deutsch. You're Mr. Deutsch, right? I win.
It's Clydex, you idiot.
Huh. This game seemed like a better idea in our brainstorming sessions. Well, that's pretty much all we have planned for today.
I could sing a song.
I could tear out my eardrums.
Oh, right, we do have a song.
Yay!
No.
No, not by Fred.
Oh.
Well, as long as it's not by Fred.
So, we'll leave you with this musical medley as we continue to celebrate FredTheMonkey.com's 5th anniversary. Thanks for listening, everyone. Enjoy.
It's been
5 years since they launched the site. Though there weren't any cartoons up on the first night. 4 years since that awful bomb when Cadbury made up something, monkeys.com. 3 years since they first announced space chickens could have moved their mouths instead of bound. Now we just gotta wait and see what the future holds in store for Fred the Monkey. Gotta wait and see what's next for Fred the Monkey. Just sit back, relax, and watch for Fred the Monkey. Time for a diet, Essie's looking chunky.
Hey, Sceb, did you tell them to sing that?
Haha, yeah.
Oh, you should put one of those clickable Easter egg things at the end of the podcast.
It's an audio file. There's nothing to click.
Look, I didn't say the plan was perfect. Why do you always have to shoot down my ideas?
Because they're physically impossible?
Physically impossible. That's what you always say.